It's been a few days since I did a Luxe Chit Chat Get Ready with me. It has been really busy at work and with my everything. So I know I have been slacking on my videos, but I do hope to pick it up in the next few weeks, so just bear with me. Anyway, let's put a little bit of makeup on and let's talk about the thing that has been flooding my YouTube and my Instagram, which is the LV price increases. Let's talk about it. I think the price increased a couple of days ago in Singapore because I've been seeing posts about this compared to this compared to that, and it's so much more, and everybody is just shocked at how much the price increases are. I think the most is maybe in the States. That's why a lot of videos have been coming out on the price increases in the United States, with lots of things have gone up, like maybe 20% or 10% or 8%, 5%. So honestly, for me, I wasn't really paying attention to the hype to the price increase. I saw Foxy LV, yeah. I saw her post a few Instagram stories and messages saying it's gonna be massive, the price increase is gonna be so big. I sort of swiped past it. It didn't really hit me because honestly, I'm not looking for anything, and I feel like I've got my FOMO under control. So let's talk about the FOMO later on as well. So I wasn't really paying attention to it. There is that one bag which all of you know I am eyeing. It is the Elma BB in green. Sort of like trying to convince myself I don't need it, so not buying it. But because I knew or I heard about this price increase, I did go online to check the prices. So there are two bags that I have a screenshot of the previous price increase. It is the Louis Vuitton croissant bag and the Elma green. So I'm going to post it here. So honestly, it was quite shocking. Let's talk about the green first. The green is, I think before the price increase, it was 3,050 Singapore dollars, and then after the price increase it went up by $200. That's about what, 8%, right? You know, it's not a lot. It's sort of like in line with everything that's just going up in price, but the croissant bag went up significantly in Singapore. So before the price increase, it was $5,400, but now it's $6,500. That is a lot, okay? That's like a 20% increase. So the croissant bag, I was sort of eyeing it. I was kind of interested in getting it because, I don't know, I really like the puffy style and it looks cool. It's actually pretty functional with the strap, and the chain is a very nice touch to the bag. I did take that bag out of my interest because I actually saw that bag in store a few times. I really tried it multiple times, and finally one time, I don't know which store it was. Yeah, but one of the times I went in and then I looked at the bag and I had a glimpse of how the bag is going to look like in the future. The croissant bag that I saw in store was a display piece, and it's probably on display for quite a while. It's been manhandled by people. So I had a glimpse of the wrinkles, the wear and tear of that leather. I mean, it's lambskin, and if you know, multiple people just squish it, and of course if you're using it, you're going to be squishing it, right? It's going to be wrinkled, it's going to be squished, it's going to be just like, you know, worn and looking a little deflated, sort of like old apple skin, you know what I mean? Like kind of really wrinkled up. Yeah, after that, that glimpse of the future of the bag, I sort of lost interest in it. So even though I was kind of going crazy on it, it was good to see the bag really worn out in store. So I was seeing all this posts, especially this morning, and I was on my bed, I was flipping through Instagram, and then FOMO sort of hit a little bit. Never had it like before with all the news, I didn't have it, but I suddenly felt like, oh my gosh, maybe I should have bought the Speedy 20. Saw somebody unbox it. She got it just before the price increase, and then I had a bit of like, oh crap, I should have bought it. A little bit. Honestly, social media is really powerful. It does ignite that FOMO-ness. It does ignite a little bit like should I just get it now? Maybe before the next price. I mean, now it's too late, right? Now it's already past the price increase. And if I get it now, it's kind of like silly, but at least in my head, I'm thinking, should I get it now, post price increase, but before the next price increase, which will happen. So I had sort of like ignited this feeling of future FOMO. Okay, I don't know. If any of you got this, comment down below if the social media like rumors and postings of everybody kind of panicking or being annoyed, did that ignite a little bit of post-price increase FOMO? I got a little bit of it, but quickly stamped down. Like right now, because I was like, oh my gosh, am I getting a bit of like, suddenly I need to buy something that was never on my radar? And it did. I honestly felt it. So, which is why I sat down. I was like, well, let's do a video on this. Let's talk about, you know, suddenly buying, thinking, considering of things that was not in my radar or your radar, and now it is, because we are thinking, oh my gosh, should I get it now before the next price increase? Because now it's sort of, you know, it's sort of becoming a reality that LV is getting very, 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 very expensive. With the Chanel price increases, it's gone beyond a point where it's chaseable already. It's, you know, people are just like, okay, you either you buy it or you don't buy it now. Because it was at a point where it's like a tipping point of those price increases where people are like sort of, oh my gosh, should I get it now? Should I get it now because I still can afford it? And people were just running out to buy. I think that was like a couple of years ago with the 20%, 30% price increases. Maybe not 20 over percent. And it was at that tipping point where we could still, you know, in a way, afford to save it or just dig out something and buy it before the hit. But now, after so many rounds of price increases, Chanel has become that really, really expensive item. It's sort of like you don't even want to talk about the price increases anymore. It's just, they just keep going up. It's no longer about chasing it. It's sort of like just bite the bullet at that price point. And you're either angry with it. But LV is where Chanel was a couple of years ago. Where now we'll be like, oh my gosh, it's still kind of affordable. Should I buy it now? So it's creating that FOMO-ness. That's, I mean, I'm feeling that's what LV is right now. Let me know, what are your thoughts? So are you sort of like reigniting past wish lists, even though it's sort of been, you know, put to bed, you like don't really want it anymore, but because now you're sort of thinking, if I don't get it now, maybe in 5 years now or 2 years from now, it's going to be so out of my reach. So I should get it now, even though you don't really want it anymore. I don't know, let me know. I never wanted the Speedy 20. I did kind of think it's cute, but I don't really need a Speedy in my life. But all of a sudden, I'm thinking I should get a Speedy in my life. By the way, if some of you are wondering if I got the Speedy Nano, I actually didn't. I sort of made an adult decision that I don't want to get any more mini bags. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't get it. I'm kind of proud of myself. So anyway, I didn't get it. But all of a sudden, with all these price increases, a new bag has popped into my head. I mean, like, gosh, do we need another bag? So let me know in the comment section. Did any of you go out and grab items that have already been on your wish list before this price increase? It's okay, because it's on your wish list. Did you go and get it? As well as let me know. Let's talk about it. Did any of you suddenly buy things that was not on your wish list, but you bought it because, you know, you kind of had this fleeting thought about it, like sort of, it's not even wish, it's like, oh, you know, that's kind of nice. But because of these price increases, FOMO kicked in and you said, you know what, just get it first. You know, we'll figure it out later. No shade, no judgment. As long as it makes you happy, you can afford it, you do you. Okay, I did it with the Chanel Classic Flap. If you haven't watched my review, I'll link it up here. Even today, I'm still a bit like, I can't believe I did it because it's so expensive. I feel like maybe that Chanel Classic Flap is helping me stamp down the fire of buying bags. I wonder if it is. Not really. Honestly, my next video, since I put my makeup on, is talking about a few bags that I'm actually kind of looking for. It's a never-ending journey. Okay, if you're a bag lover, you can totally empathize with me that this is the regular thing. This is just the normal thing that we go through. We constantly look for bags, and when there is a rumor or an information of price increases, our brain just goes into overdrive, like, can I get it? What should I do now? Like, you know, FOMO it's normal, okay? Social media definitely fuels it, but I kind of feel like it's kind of fun. Oh, before we continue, we have to drink water. Oh my gosh. Are you drinking your water? I have to admit, the past 2 days I've been bad. I just think I've been like maybe so tired of drinking water. I didn't do well yesterday. Okay, I think I only drank one. But let's get back into it. Today I just feel like the mood is back. So cheers to the water. Let's go. We gotta work the water muscles. It's sort of a bit like but well done. We feel hydrated. Let me just finish off with a few items that I feel is still worth buying, okay? Like really, with all these price increases, it is still cheaper than Chanel. It's still cheaper than Dior, Fendi, and obviously Hermes. So there are a few things classic in LV's collection that I think no matter what is still worth buying today. So I'm actually kind of fueling your future FOMO if you're considering it. The Elma BB, it is still, what, $2,000? Let me just double check so I'm not just mouthing that out. So these are in Singapore dollars. So the Elma BB in the canvas, it's 2,400 Singapore dollars. You know, I'm not even gonna go back like 2 days ago and just say, oh my gosh, it was $200 cheaper. No, forget it. Just forget it, because it's past. If you didn't get it before yesterday or 2 days ago, just forget it. Look forward. So I feel like that's still okay, you know, considering whatever is happening in the world. The Speedy, come on, the Speedy is still below. To me, anything below 3,000 is still I want to use the word affordable in the luxury world. Okay, affordable compared to everything else that has just gone up crazy price, insane. The croissant is totally not reasonable anymore. $6,500. No, don't do it. Okay, just don't do it. But you know, these canvas pieces are very classic. What else are there? You know, look, the Speedy 30 non-bandolier. It's 2,100 Singapore dollars. I don't care if it was below $1,000 10 years ago. Forget it. Yeah, there's some things that are really expensive right now. So let's just look at the Never Full. Never Full MM, highly sought after by many people, is 2,790 Singapore dollars. I know it used to be 1,000 something, okay? But that is the past. So if you're still going for the items with LV, just go for it. Don't panic buy, okay? Better you be 100% sure and pay the higher price. And if it's gonna be a $200 more because you have to save 6 months later, let it be, okay? Because in 6 months, so many things can happen. Firstly, you could just totally say, I don't want it anymore, which is a little bit like my Speedy Nano. I oohing and eyeing and panic and just screaming for people to help me. But now that I sort of took a step back at it and said, like, you know what? Nah. On the bright side of all of these price increases with LV is that if you have LV pieces, they are worth more, okay? So if you're thinking about selling your LV pieces, if they are in good condition, you would probably be able to sell it at the cost because they are now considerably cheaper, or you might even make a profit. Honestly, it's not the purpose of why you buy things, but I always try to look at things on the bright side. So on the bright side, your stuff is now worth a little bit more. So anyway, that is the end of today's Luxe Chit Chat, and get ready with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button, and I hope you all subscribe because I do want to do a few more Luxe Chit Chats. I have a few ideas in my phone. I just haven't sat down to do it. So anyway, after this, I'm gonna film another video to talk about the few bags that have been like going through my mind. So anyway, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.